Well, we bring you to Spartan Gymnasium for the second round of the Glacier's Edge here in Emporia. And we bring you what should be quite the matchup tonight. The Derby Lady Panthers, 7th and 6A, will take on the 6th and 5A Emporia High Lady Spartans. And two one-loss teams facing off at each other. When you look at Derby, they're 7-1 and lost their first game of the year to McPherson. Since then, obviously have not lost. For Emporia, similar situation. This Emporia team is 8-1 on a 6-game win streak. Lost their third game of the year to Hayden, and since then they've been on a roll as well. And these are two teams facing off to go to the championship tomorrow and play Blue Valley, who just beat Highland Park earlier by double digits. And so they're going to play that Blue Valley team tomorrow. The winner of this one at 2 o'clock is a scheduled startup time. But let's talk less about tomorrow, more about today. Lady Spartans are going to take on a Derby team that's going to press and is going to platoon and put a lot of people out there. And we're going to see how Emporia deals with that. This Derby team also has a lot of size compared to Emporia, who's relatively small. But these teams very similar in the fact that both like to force turnovers. Derby averages 15 steals a game, Emporia 11. And the main difference between these two teams, though, is Emporia's ability beyond the arc. Emporia comes in shooting 31.3% from behind the three-point line, compared to Derby's just 24%. But again, with the bigs Derby has, we are probably going to see them try to move it down low and get things working inside the paint for the Lady Panthers. But these are two really deep teams, two teams that like to go deep into their bench. Obviously, Emporia, 12 seniors, so that makes it a little easy to go deep if you have to. And we're getting into a mid-season tournament, a lot of cancellations, which means there's going to be a lot of games played in a short amount of time. Depth is going to become a big factor here tonight, tomorrow, and just throughout the rest of the season. So we will see how this one plays out. But for right now, we're going to take a quick break. Then we'll come back with starting lineups and the tip-off from Spartan Gymnasium on E-Town Sports Network. Back and just about ready for action at Spartan Gymnasium. Let's give you these starting lineups. First, for the Derby Lady Panthers, head coach by Brian Chadwick. Sophomore, number 2, Destiny Smith. Senior, number 5, Kyler Demmel. Senior, number 10, Madison Smith. Senior, number 22, Jaden Wilson. And sophomore, number 33, Michaela Askew. For the Spartans, senior number 2, Ryan Peak. Senior number 3, Addie Kermer. Senior number 5, Emil Bennett. Senior number 10, Alexi DeWitt. And senior number 24, Alexis Shively. So both teams in the huddle, and then we'll have our tip-off ready to go for what should be a good one at home for the Spartans. And a big game, arguably the toughest test of the season so far for Emporia, playing the 7th-ranked team in 6A. It will be Peak versus Askew for the tip-off. And the tip will go to Derby. Bringing it up is Destiny Smith. Now over Madison Smith. Almost lost it, holds on. Jaden Wilson, right back over Destiny Smith. Gets a screen from Wilson, takes it inside. Kicks out. Kyler Dimmel tried to drive in, but it's stolen. Going the other way, Kermer brings it up, passes off Emil Bennett. Now the Spartans a chance to get on the board first for the night. Kermer will slow things down, set it up top. Now on the elbow is Bennett. Across to Witt. On the wing, dribbles out. Looks Shively, Shively drives. Gets it over Peak, and mid-range shot no good. Going the other way, Derby will try to move it quickly. Passes Aaron and out of bounds. So still 0-0 here in the first 47 seconds of play. And now inbound almost lost, but held on to. Kermer drives, floater from Addie Kermer, bounces around, no good. Shively gets the second chance. Blocked down low, going the other way. For Derby, it's Madison Smith. Right back up to Destiny Smith. And Derby will slow it down now and set things up. Demmel trying to drive on Bennett, gets it over Smith. Right now Madison Smith contested 3, in and out. Rebound Emil Bennett. Going the other way. No score in the first 90 seconds. Now Kermer, fast break 3. Off the back iron, fight for the ball. Bennett taps it back in, and they say she didn't quite save it. So the Panthers will regain possession. Now Emporia bringing some pressure on this inbound. And just some token pressure that falls back. Destiny Smith onto the high post to Askew. Askew now takes it and tried to kick it out, but Addie Kermer's right there. Intercepted, going the other way. Shively, physical play. They wanted a foul on Askew on the Emporia bench. Now things will slow down. DeWitt taking it in, kicks off Peak. Peak driving, turns, no good. A lot of physical play down low. No fouls have been called yet. Now Askew drives, and she picks up a foul there. Driving in. Michaela Askew averaging 14 points a game. Will go to the free throw line, where she's an 81% shooter. First one's nothing but net. So Derby takes the early lead 1-0 with 5:46 to play in the first quarter. Second one, nothing but net as well. 2-0 Derby. And here comes a press from Derby we talked about pregame. Emporia gets it across. Shively over Bennett. Bennett sets it up. Emporia, a team that doesn't really get phased by the press, so we'll see if Derby's able to actually get any advantages off of it or not. Shively now, mid-range, her shot no good. Destiny Smith has it. Bringing it back across for Derby quickly, and now we're going to get a double dribble. Call Destiny Smith for a double dribble. Emporia will get it right back. Still 2-0. Be Kermer over to Bennett. Now DeWitt drive and is fouled on the floor, no shot. So first team foul for Derby. First foul of the night on Madison Smith. Kyla Herfkins checks in for Emporia. Bennett looking to get it in, gets it in. Kermer, three. Oh, in and out. How did it not go in? Derby brings it back. Smith over to Askew. Askew shoots a contested three, and it's nothing but nets. Michaela Askew, 30% shooter from beyond the arc. She took a contested one there. Now a fight for the ball, loose ball. Emporia gets it across. DeWitt moving it fast. Now looking for somewhere to get it out to, and they get a foul. Down low, Derby wanted to jump ball, but that's Madison Smith's second foul early for the Panthers, and there's the platooning we were talking about. Big substitution for Derby, all five. Carly Demmel, Avery Kelly, Carson Carpenter, Michaela Lansing, part of the crew that came in, along with Callie Rickards, as Emporia not able to convert on the foul. They'll be going back the other way with Rickards bringing it down. Now, Demmel looking, gets it off Carpenter. Down low, inside, up, and no good from Rickards with a putback. Good by Carson Carpenter, and it is 7-0 Derby. Spartans no answer. They'll take a timeout. We'll be back after that on E-Town Sports Network. Back from the timeout, and Derby has jumped on the Spartans 7-0 here in the second round of the Glacier's Edge. Now they press. Bennett gets it in. Kermer up to Tegan Baker, who checked in over the timeout. Emporia gets it moving quickly. Herfkins, no good from the short corner. Derby has it going the other way. Emporia still not able to get points on the board halfway through the first quarter. Callie Rickards with the now up top for the Panthers. Inside, Carpenter from the elbow, looking, drives in on Bennett, and she walked. It'll go right back the other way. DeWitt gets it up, Kermer. Kermer driving, puts up a floater from the free throw line, nothing but net, and there's Emporia on the board. 7-2 out of the timeout. 3:36 to play in the first quarter. Rickards looks high post, now backside pass to Demmel, good. 9-2 Derby. Carly Demmel with the score. Now DeWitt across. Emporia breaking the press. Tegan Baker three, it's open. No good. Fight for the ball, and it's out of bounds off of Carson Carpenter. Peak and Shively come back in for the Emporia baseline inbound, along with Addison Gutierrez. 9-2, Derby leads it. Bennett into Kermer. Now Gutierrez gets it right back up to Bennett. The Spartans will set it up. Bennett cross Shively, kicks corner. Gutierrez dribbles it right back up, And Emporia will set it up again with under 3 minutes to play in the first. Short corner, Shively kicks out. Bennett right back at the top of the key again. High post, now open three. Addison Gutierrez, no good. Alexa Shively, second chance will go. Big second chance bucket from Alexa Shively to make it 9-4. 2:30 left in the first quarter, and the platoon going right back to the sideline for Derby as Addie Kermer almost stole it, but it went out of bounds. And there they will come for Derby, including Marissa Malcolm, junior number 23, who is not in the original starting lineup. But other than that, it's 4 starters, including Destiny Smith, who will bring it up. High post, Jaden Wilson, and she walked. So still 9-4. Lexi DeWitt comes back in for Emporia. More full court pressure from Derby. DeWitt gets it in. Trap. Got it out, Kermer, and Coach Dorsey called a timeout before any further trouble. We'll take a quick break with them. When you come back, you'll be watching Spartan Basketball on E-Town Sports Network. Timeout over. Spartans down 9-4 to a good Derby team. And over the timeout, Asia Fox checked in for the Panthers. Shively hands off to Witt. Drives, kicks out Gutierrez. Back across Ryan Peak, top of the key. Pump fakes. Kermer, contested three. No good. Spartans cannot get a three-pointer to fall. Now they're going to get a foul on the rebound attempt. They're going to attack Shively with it. Second team foul of the quarter for the Spartans with 1:49 to play. Neil Bennett checks in for Addie Kermer. The Spartans cold from the three-point line to start this game off. And something that doesn't usually happen, this team shoots 31% from the three-point line, as we mentioned earlier. Now Destiny Smith will take it for Derby, working on Shively, and they're going to get Shively with another foul. Emporia crowd doesn't like it. And so they'll take Shively out with 2 early fouls. Tegan Baker will come in for her. Kyler Dimmel will inbound for Derby. From the baseline. Now Wilson drives, kicks out. Destiny Smith, three-pointer off the back iron. Rebound goes to Emil Bennett. Bennett, top of the key, gets it over to DeWitt. DeWitt, drive, floater, no good. Askew rebounds for the Panthers, and it's going the other way. Smith pulls up fast break three again. That time it's good. They do say it's a 2. Her foot was on the line. 11-4. 60 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bennett drives, puts it up, no good. Askew will bring it up, going the other way for Derby. Gets a cross-court pass over to Smith. Destiny Smith. Now a 3 from Askew. It's no good. Baker hands off to Bennett after getting the rebound. 37 seconds in the first quarter. And DeWitt walked on the pump fake. Addie Kermer will check back in for Emporia. She'll take Addison Gutierrez. 33.4 to play in the first. Derby right now is 2 early threes. Team that doesn't shoot particularly well. And then Emporia, a team that shoots fairly well from behind the three-point line, doesn't have any. And now they get Tegan Baker on the foul. And Coach Dorsey almost laughs in disbelief at the call. Now Dimmel will inbound again for Derby. And Bennett got a hand on it, out of bounds. Stays with Derby. But now they'll inbound from the sideline. Smith driving, trying to find room on Baker, and she walked with 10.7 to play in the first quarter. It's a good environment here, getting loud. Crowd loving every turnover, and both teams playing the game we thought they would. Just forcing turnovers the other way, and Porridge hasn't been able to get a few buckets to fall. As Asia Fox comes back in for the Panthers, she takes the place of Madison Smith. So 10.7 to go. See what Emporia can draw up to get the last points of the quarter. Kermer drives and scores 11-6. Addie Kermer has 4, and that will be the end of the quarter. 11-6 our score. Derby leads it at the end of the first. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, second quarter coverage on E-Town Sports Network. Ready for second quarter action at Spartan Gymnasium. Derby leads it 11-6 as we're 25% of the way done here. Addie Kermer will bring it up. Bennett on the wing. DeWitt inside, kicks out. Kermer, she drives, puts up a floater, good. Addie Kermer, the drive and floater, something she's been good at all season. And she has 6 of Emporia's 8. Lead back within 3. Madison Smith scanning. Gets to Wilson on the corner. And now stolen. Addie Kermer on the pass. Fast break. Kermer open layup. Good. And the lead is within 1. Kermer has 8. Crowd loving it at Spartan Gymnasium. Destiny Smith brings it down. Defense chance. Crowd trying to get loud. Emporia's got the momentum. Now a drive in. Addison Smith, and she picks up a foul. So she'll go to the free throw line. First foul of the quarter on either team with 7:02 to play in the second. Smith's first is good. And second from Smith on the way, rolls in. Make it 13-10. Malaya Lansing checks in for the Panthers. And here comes the press again. And Kermer gets it up peak. Now things open up. Emporia tried to move too fast, so still able to hold on to it. Now Bennett tries to kick out and stolen, going the other way for Derby. Kyler Demmel got the steal. Now gets it over to Smith. Smith drives, floater good. Destiny Smith to clarify. Now Bennett gets it off Alexis Shively. Right back over Bennett. Emporia's got to get it across. Bennett gets it to Kermer. Kermer pulls up and is fouled from the elbow. Brian Chadwick, head coach of the Panthers, livid about that call, but it did look like Michaela Askew got quite a bit of the arm of Kermer when she went up for that shot. So Kermer will go to the line for two. 74% on the year. And first one's good. To get the lead back down to 4, 15-11. Second one on the way. Good as well. Despite the Derby fan somewhere trying to bang on the bleachers and make noise. And Kermer already into double digits. 15-12. She has 10 of Emporia's 12. Smith. Short corner, dribbles up into Peak. Now inside. Wilson lost it out of bounds. Emporia basketball. Now Bennett from the baseline. Again, Emporia gaining some momentum in this second quarter. And to Shively back across Kermer. Now it's a 2-on-1. Kermer floats it up, no good. Shively fights for the second chance. Cross to Bennett. Pump fakes. Now dribbles out. Alexis Shively getting some big offensive boards for the Spartans. Now it kicks out. Shively for three and no good. Still, Spartans still can't get a three to go. Now they get a foul down low on Ryan Peak. On Derby. They called on Kyler Demmel. Demmel was the one who fell. So it looked like the foul was going to be called on Peak, who was fighting for the rebound with her. But instead it's on Demmel. Now Shiley. Into Bennett. Bennett, left-handed drive, kicks out Peak, pump fake, kicks right back out in the corner to Bennett. They'll set things up again with 5:25 to play in the second quarter. Now Bennett thought about the pump fake three, and they get Ryan Peak for a moving screen. And now Carpenter and Lansing check in for the Panthers. Herfkins comes in for Emporia. Smith brings up. She's ran point guard most of the time for Derby. Gets it over Demmel. Demmel uses the screen, dribbles around, almost lost it. Shively and Herfkins both trying to get the ball from her. They do force a pass out of bounds. Good defense on both sides. Score still 15-12. Now, Bennett gets it to Shively over the middle, and now it's a 3-on-2 on the press for Emporia. Kermer gets it off. Herfkins doesn't get it to go, but she's fouled. Emporia starting to move past that press of Derby with ease, and that's where things can really open up for the Spartans. Carpenter picks up the foul. Third team foul of the quarter for Derby. Herfkins will go to the line, 63%. And first one's no good. Second one on the way from Kyla. Is good. To make it 15-13, Kyla Herfkins on the board. One of just 3 Spartans on the board. Kermer with 10, Shively with 2, and then obviously Herfkins with the 1 right there. 15-13, 4:49 to play in the first half. And Shively almost got the steal. Instead of opened up the back door for Derby. And Madison Smith puts it in to get the lead back out to 4 for the Panthers. Now Emporia breaks it again. Shively kicks out to Witt. And Bennett will slow it down. Dribbles to the wing. Screen from Herfkins. Takes it. Now swung. Kermer, corner. Gets a screen from Shively. Now Kermer drives. No good. And Derby's going to get the fast break going the other way. Carpenter driving on Herfkins. 21 on 21. And they call the carry. Carson Carpenter will be called for the carry. And Emporia will have it right back. Fast-paced game. Even when both teams try to slow it down. Still a Derby lead. They've led the whole game. It's halfway through the second. Bennett. Dribbling. Gets it off. Baker, corner three. Can she finally get one to fall? She does! Emporia gets their first three of the game to cut the lead down to one. Tegan Baker, a big three. 17-16. Big second quarter for the Spartans. Smith got it out to Askew, almost lost it. Now tried to go backdoor and out of bounds. The Spartans couldn't quite come up with it, but they forced it out of bounds. And they're going to make Derby inbound from the baseline with 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Inbounding will be Madison Smith. She gets over to the other Smith, Destiny. Now screen from Askew. Smith trying to work around it. Doesn't get anything. Bounce pass over to Lansing. Now a deep three. Nothing but net. And a foul down low on Kermer. And once again, Derby hitting some big threes, and they only shoot 24% as a team. And Madison Smith does shoot 29%. But now some confusion on the foul down low. Still talking over. It's going to Emporia, so and now the referees are going to gather and talk about this one. At 3:15 left in the second quarter. We saw a similar situation like this in Great Bend. Not the same type of call, but where the officiating crew had to gather up and talk about something, and the Emporia crowd got restless in a tight game there. It's a tight game here as well. So we'll see, but they're talking over everything down low. We still haven't had like an official announcement of who the foul was on. But again, they're looking to give the ball to Emporia right now. Bennett and Kermer on the baseline. Now they talk it over with both coaches. Coach Dorsey seems to be upset about something that they told her. And now, so there is going to be a Derby foul on Carson Carpenter. The basket still counts for Derby. The foul was after the shot was put up. Now Kermer driving around, gets up to Witt. Baker wing, swung. Bennett working on Destiny Smith. Now Kermer takes a contested three, her first of the game. If it would have went in. But it goes out. Kyla Herfkins, though, gets the offensive rebound with 2:45 to play in the second. Emporia's going to get another chance. Bennett, floater from the elbow. No good. Askew has it, pushing it fast the other way for Derby. Now pulls out. Didn't have numbers. Gets a cross-court pass. Demo, she takes a long two. No good. Got her own rebound, and it goes. Plus the foul. Kyler Demo to give Derby a 6-point lead, and if she completes the three-point play, a 7-point lead. Making Emporia feel like they're back at square one. Asia Cox and Callie Rickards check in for Derby. Gutierrez comes in for Bennett for the Spartans. Dimmel's free throw is good. So 23-16, and Derby will bring pressure again. DeWitt gets it up, passes back, Kermer, cross Baker. Emporia found some openings in the press earlier. Now they're struggling again. Baker hands off, Kermer kicks out, three, Lexi DeWitt, no good. And now it's going the other way. It's Asia Fox, and she's fouled on the fast break by Kyla Herfkins with 2:08 left in the first half. Pearson and Bennett enter the game for Emporia. Derby will inbound, and it's in to DeWitt, and now they call a foul on Baker, who fouled Dimmel up top, so she'll go back to the free throw line. Made one earlier to finish a three-point play. She's 67% from the charity stripe on the year. First one rolls in, 24-16. And now an 8-point Derby lead. This one, Emporia seemed like they had all the momentum. A lot of the air has been sucked out of Spartan Gymnasium. And a chance to make it a 9-point lead for the Panthers now from Demmel. And it rolls in, 25-16. And now Lansing checks back in for Derby. She comes in for the shooter, Demmel. DeWitt inbounds Kermer. Now they get a foul on Asia Fox on the press. And both teams in the bonus, so Bennett will go to the line to shoot free throws for the Spartans. She is 75% on the year. Bennett's first, no good. Second one from Bennett on the way. No good as well. So Derby will have it going the other way. A chance to extend their lead out to 11, the biggest of the game. Fox drives and good. Derby leads at 27-16. And Emporia seem to have answers. Now it's back in Derby's hands. A steal going the other way, but she walked. It was Avery Kelly who got the steal but couldn't quite gather herself before getting the pass off. So Bennett will get it in for the Spartans. Kermer up top, gets it over Bennett. Bennett scanning, 90 seconds in the first half. Kermer takes a drive, floats it, no good. And a fight for the ball, and it's a jump ball. And Derby has the possession arrow. So back to Derby basketball, and it's all Panthers. Up top into Wilson. Wilson over the top to Jaden, or over the top and in. Jaden Wilson puts the Derby lead at 13. And now Bennett's pass out of bounds off the leg of Callie Rickards. And Emporia really in trouble here. Had the lead down to 1 at 17-16. And now almost stolen again. Emporia's got to get it across. And now Bennett gets it over Pearson. Pearson spins, drives, no good. Gutierrez gets the rebound. And they're going to get a foul down low. Gutierrez will go to the free throw line. She also shoots 75% from the charity stripe. First one's good. Makes it 29-17. And now big sub for Derby. Which will include all of the original starters back in the lineup for the Panthers. With 45 seconds left in the first half. Second one from Gutierrez on the way, and good as well. Make it 29-18. DeWitt. Defending Destiny Smith. Up top, Demmel. Demmel gets off Madison Smith. Emporia crowd trying to get into it. Trying to help their team down 11. Smith kicks out. Smith takes a deep three. No good. Emporia pushing it the other way. Kermer holds it up a little bit for the Spartans, trying to get the last shot of the half. Pearson screens, kicks out. Been a deep three. No good. Kermer put back on the buzzer beater. No good either. And so we've hit halftime. Derby leads it 29-18 in Spartan Gymnasium. And just 3 big threes for the Panthers. Team that usually doesn't shoot particularly well, but they're hitting them tonight. And Emporia, a team that usually does shoot fairly well, has only made 1 coming from Tegan Baker. Addie Kermer hasn't been able to knock one down. Lexi DeWitt's only shot one. It didn't go. And a couple of others. Leading the way points-wise for the Spartans is Addie Kermer with 10 in double digits. She was in double digits early in the second quarter when Emporia seemed to be going on a run. Then Derby went on a run of their own to answer it and try to silence the Spartans. She didn't get any since then. Then it's 3 from Tegan Baker, and 2 from Shively Gutierrez, and 1 from Kyla Herfkins. But, yeah, the Spartans are going to have to come up with a big answer to come out of this second half at home. And we'll see what that is when we come back on E-Town Sports Network. You're watching Spartan Basketball. Well, we are back at Spartan Gymnasium, a game the Lady Spartans trail 29-18 against the Derby Panthers, 7th ranked in 6A. And this team has brought it to Emporia. They brought it to Emporia with the press in the first quarter. Emporia had a big answer in the second quarter, at least in the first half. And they were really getting by the press and almost making it a disadvantage for Derby, taking the 3-on-2s on the backside of it. But towards the end of that second quarter, Derby started to get right back to Emporia, went on a big run, and now up 29-18 at halftime. So we'll see what answers the Lady Spartans have. But this is a team with no quit, that's for sure. And definitely a team that's weathered well for tight games, for games where they got to come back. When you have 12 seniors, that's just a lot of experience all around. So you'd have to think there's going to be some answers for Emporia, who will get the ball first out of halftime. It'll be Kermer inbounding to DeWitt. And here we go, underway in the second half. Bennett from the top gets it over to DeWitt. DeWitt looking, gets it Kermer. Kermer drives, floats it, and it rolls in for Addie Kermer. And she has 12. And Emporia brings a press of their own now. And a man, now they trap Smith. And up to Askew, Addie Kermer almost stole it, but it fell out of bounds. Big deflection there. Looked like Kermer might have been able to hang on to it, but just barely fell its way out of bounds. But Emporia giving Derby some pressure of their own. We know this Emporia team can do it. They don't always do it though, like this Derby team has throughout the first half of the game. As now that one's stolen. Addie Kermer going the other way, and good. 29-22, a short 4-0 Emporia run. Kermer has 14 out of the second half, or in the start of the second half. Now a baseball pass for Derby, blocked by Emil Bennett. What a hustle. Derby crowd wanted a foul. It goes out of bounds. Still Derby basketball, but Emporia gaining some momentum in this third quarter. You had to think there was a good halftime talk from Coach Dorsey. Now the inbounds play, no good on the shot from Jaden Wilson. Pete grabs the rebound, kicks it out. Kermer gets it into DeWitt down low. She puts it up, no good. And now they stop play, and they call a foul on the, they stopped play. No, I think they stopped things for Kermer, who seemed a little banged up on the backside of the play. It'll still go to Derby, and Kermer stays in. Askew will inbound for the Panthers. Gets it in Wilson. Lost her dribble early. Looking for Askew. Shively almost got a hand in there, but just quite couldn't get it. Now Askew drives. Euro step. No good. Going the other way for Emporia. The Derby crowd was already standing up like it went in, and then it just fell out. Now Shively open three. No good. Addie Kermer rebound. Emporia's got a second chance. Down 7. Minute and a half into the third quarter. And now almost stolen there. A physical play. Emporia wanted a foul in there. They get the foul on Madison Smith. And I believe that's her third. So she's in some foul trouble here early in the first half for Derby. And due to that, Malaya Lansing will check in for Derby. And now in the corner, DeWitt up to Bennett. And Bennett will slow things down and set it up. Kermer, cross, Shively. Shively pulls up from the free throw line. Good. Alexis Shively has 4. That's the most from any Spartan besides Kermer. And now it's going back the other way. Pass out of bounds. Emporia basketball. And there's a momentum building up again. Crowd loves it. We've got a great crowd here. And now Derby calls a timeout. The crowd gets even louder for it. 2 minutes into the third quarter. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching Spartan basketball on E-Town Sports Network. Back in from the Derby timeout. Their lead down to 5. But you would think Emporia leads it by 10 right now with the momentum. But the momentum's gone back and forth either way. Question is, can Emporia keep it going to take a lead? Derby's led it this entire game. Shively over to Bennett. Bennett got it poked out, but held on. Now gives it off Kermer. Back up to Bennett up top. She'll slow down, set it up. 5:45 to play in the third quarter. Over Shively. Cross to Witt. Now Kermer open, top the key three. No good. And Emporia still just seems to have a lid on the bucket from the three-point line. Lansing brings it up for Derby. 5:20 to go in the third. Kyler Demmel. Driving around, drops in, Shively drew a charge. And it goes right back to Emporia. Demmel picks up her second foul of the night. A big take from Alexis Shively to bring that momentum once again right back to Emporia. It's gone back and forth momentum-wise. Even if Derby's held the lead all game, it's been down to 1 in the second quarter. Now Bennett, her open three, no good. Emporia is still struggling from beyond the arc. Derby will have it the other way. Baseball pass, no good and out of bounds. Emporia giving Derby some real pressure and trouble on their own press, and they're also going to get to inbound it from their own baseline as well. Just a quick football-looking type play. Askew, her pass incomplete, intended for Jaden Wilson. Now quick inbound peek, no good. Derby will push it up the other way, trying not to give Emporia time to set up defense. Now it goes out of bounds. Off of Ryan Peak. And Derby still struggling to gather it a little bit in the third quarter. They have yet to score. Emporia playing tough defense. And it's a 6-0 Emporia run to start the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it going. Shively poked the ball free, dives for the ball, something she's known for doing, and gives it back to Emporia. They'll go the other way. Talk about a game we've got here. Kermer drives, kicks out, Shively open from the short corner, nothing but net for Alexa Shively. She has 6. And usually isn't a big role player on the offense. She's more of a defensive player, but she's doing it all tonight for the Spartans. And now they trap Smith over Lansing. Lost it in the hands of DeWitt. Fast break, gets it across Kermer, puts it up, and they say she traveled. 4:05 to play in the third. Emporia has it down to 3, an 8-0 run to start the second half for the Lady Spartans. 29-26, it was 29-18 at halftime. Destiny Smith working on Lexi DeWitt. Gets a screen from Askew. Drives down on Baker. Couldn't get it across. Oh, and it just happened to fall in the hands of Jaden Wilson. Emporia seemed to have another fast break going the other way. Dimmels, mid-range, won't go. Bennett dribbles around. Get through Lansing and across half court. 3:40 to play in the third quarter. Over DeWitt, top of the key, now Baker. She has the only three for Emporia tonight, and that one, though, won't go. Destiny Smith takes it back for Derby. Still have not scored a point in the second half, similar to the start of the fourth quarter. And now head coach Brian Chadwick calls another timeout, a full one. We'll take it with them on E-Town Sports Network. You're watching Spartan Basketball. Back at Emporia High School. Spartans down 11 to start the second half. They're back within 3 on an 8-0 run to start the half. They've not let Derby score a single point. And with 3:19 to go in the third quarter, Kyler Dimmel inbounds to Asia Fox, who checked in over the full timeout. Fox drives in, kicks out, Dimmel, baseline drive. Now looking, and she walked. Emporia forcing more turnovers. Crowd getting more and more into it. Derby has not given Emporia much full court pressure at the start of the second half. That was what allowed them to get on a run at the end of the second quarter. But they haven't shown it all here in the second half. Baker now drives in, kicks out. DeWitt right back out. And Tegan Baker slows it down, gets it in. Addie Kermer on a cut. What a pass! The shot of the foul goes, and Addie Kermer has a chance to tie it up for Emporia. Derby's led it the whole game. What a find from Tegan Baker, and an even better finish from Addie Kermer. Baker will come out for Bennett, and Addie Kermer can tie this game up right here. She already has 16. Again, Derby's led it all game, but Emporia has come out on a 10-0 run in the second half. A chance to make it 11. And it's good. The game is tied up. We've not seen an Emporia lead all game, but right now it is tied at 29. With 2:47 to play in the third. Askew gets it in. Smith driving. Gets out of the trap. Now it's Askew in the corner. She takes a contested three, and it's good. Derby again hitting threes that they just don't normally hit. And Emporia not hitting threes that they normally hit. Says a lot for the Spartans to be right in this one, though, with those circumstances. And how good this team can be in the postseason. DeWitt thought about the three. Now Shively. And they get Herfkins on an offensive foul. Down low. Herfkins second. Those, by the way, the first points of the quarter for Derby. The three-pointer from Askew. And Smith brings it up. Now trapped between Shively and DeWitt. Gets it off. Rickards right back over. Askew kicks out. Rickards drives. Tries to kick out. Lost it. Fight with Carpenter for the ball. And they get Addie. Well, one ref says travel, one says a foul. The ref with the travel overrules the other ref, or is at least talking it out. They're trying to overrule. They do, and they give the ball to Emporia with 2 minutes to go in the third. And wow, the Derby crowd is livid with that call. 32-29, minute 55 in the third. Kermer hands off Bennett. Over to DeWitt. Backdoor Addie Kermer, what a find. Reverse layup wouldn't go though, and now they call Shively for a foul. Trying to fight for the ball from Askew. Now Baker and Peak check in. And Shively picks up her third. That's big for Emporia, especially with the offensive presence Shively's brought to this game. No points from Bennett or DeWitt. Or Peak. Just Kermer and Shively as far as points from starters. Now Bennett pickpockets Destiny Smith. She didn't even see it coming. Bennett's layup won't go. Tegan Baker gets the rebound and puts it back up and picks up the foul. And Emil Bennett, I mean, Destiny Smith did not see it coming. It was like a robbery. Just came in from behind. And now Baker will go for the free throw, no good. So now the second free throw to get it within 2. A minute 27 in the third quarter. Second one, it rolls in and out, fight for the rebound. Askew gets it. Pushes it fast for Derby, gets it off Rickards. She thought about the open 3. Emporia wanted to walk, they don't get it. Askew cross court over the head of Lansing, and the scoring troubles continue for Derby. It's been a half that Emporia is so far leading, or sorry, not a half, but a quarter that Emporia is so far leading 11-3. And now Askew checks out of the game, the leading scorer for this Derby team, and with the one who has the only Derby points of the second half so far on the contested corner 3. Bennett tried to get it inside Peak. Now they dive for the ball, and Peak and Rickards fight for it. Jump ball. And the possession arrow goes with Derby, so it's right back to the Panthers. Wilson will inbound for Derby. Gets it in. Carpenter. Across Lansing. Trying to get it back across. Stolen. Tegan Baker. Gets it up Emil Bennett. Baker dribbles back out. What a pass into Ryan Peak. Not able to finish. And out of bounds, going the other way with 42-9 to go in the quarter. Just both teams, high intensity defense, not allowing much. Inbound to Destiny Smith. She's dribbling around. Now DeWitt poked it out of her hands. And Wilson's in trouble, and she traveled. And Emporia continuing to give Derby every single bit of it on the press. And, I mean, Derby's just had struggles to get across half court. Almost giving Derby a taste of their own medicine. Derby has since backed off from the full court pressure. And this game has just flipped sides as far as teams bringing the heat defensively. Now Kermer fouled, trying to get the backside pass into Peak with 31.2 left in the third quarter. Emporia in the bonus, so Kermer will go to the line for 2 big free throws. She already has 16, sorry. 74% on the season. First one no good. Second one on the way from Kermer is good. Lead down to 2. Kyla Herfkins checks in for Emporia. We'll see what Derby's plan is. Just get across half court. Carpenter almost got stolen from behind by DeWitt. Now pass almost there. Rickards holds on to it, jump stops, and scores for Derby. 34-30, 17 seconds to go until we're 75% of the way done with this one. 10 now. 8. Kermer drives, floater, good! Between two Derby defenders, what a drive. Kermer with 20 as the third quarter ends a 34-32 game. Who would have thunk it at the end of halftime? And with that being said, too, we'll take a break, and when we come back, fourth quarter coverage of a 2-point ball game at Spartan Gymnasium. Back for fourth quarter action, and this is a really important thing to mention here within a close game. I didn't realize this until I just took a double check at the stats this morning, but Emporia's efficiency in the fourth quarter offensively has skyrocketed this season. Spartans 38.2% from the field on the season, but in the fourth quarter, 46.7%. 31% from three on the season normally, but 42% from three in the fourth quarter. So we'll see if that helps the Spartans as they have a chance to tie it back up or take the lead here at the start of the fourth. And now Kermer kicks out corner. Lexi to a three. Bouncing around, won't go. Askew rebounds for Derby, but she travels. And some scuffling down low. They're trying to sort that out. Askew did not like the call, and things out to a scuffle down low. Missed it a little bit, no technical. Derby has led the entire game except for a short moment where it was tied at 32. Now Kermer contested three. No good. Still a lid on the rim for the Spartans. And now they call foul Madison Smith, and that, I believe, is her fourth. So Madison Smith in trouble here foul-wise for Derby. Emporia from the baseline now with 7:36 to play, at least in regulation of this ball game. Bennett looking inbounds. Kermer corner for the two. She gets fouled, and I think that was on Madison Smith. And if that's so, yes, she is going to be fouled out. Left-right chance starts, and Carpenter will take her place. Kermer goes to the line to try and tie this game back up. She already has 20 on the night. Now we're figuring out something with the substitution. The lead at Derby for 1 point was 11, including at halftime. It's down to 2, possibly less. First one from Kermer is good. Second one on the way. Derby distractions don't get to her. 34-34, we're tied. An electric game here at home for the Spartans in the Glacier's Edge. It seems like there's always one of them in this tournament that just gets you going as Askew brings it up for Derby. Now cross-corner pass over the head of Kyler Demmel, and Emporia will have the ball with a chance to take the first lead of the ball game for the Spartans. Kermer will bring it up on a huge possession for Emporia. Bennett hands off to Witt. DeWitt wanted the backdoor pass, instead gets it off to Kermer in the corner. Back up top, swung across. A minute into the fourth quarter. Bennett slows it down. DeWitt in to DeWitt. Now Peak. Top of the key. Driving in. Couldn't go. Jaden Wilson has it going the other way for Derby. This is where Derby's been able to score on non-made Emporia shots, but not there. Just because Emporia couldn't get the press, but Emporia still gets the steal. Shively brings it down, kicks out. Bennett now 3 for the lead, no good. 5 for the ball, and they get Alexis Shively for the foul down low. First Emporia high foul of the fourth quarter with 6:30 to play. That's a fourth foul on Alexis Shively. That's big for the Spartans, especially if this game goes to overtime. She is a big player for this team. And now Rickards driving up on Bennett, almost lost it, almost out of bounds, in trouble, gets it off Askew. Askew gets it into Carpenter, scores. Derby gets the lead right back, still not letting Emporia get over that hump and take the lead. 6:15 to play. Kermer, hands off. DeWitt over to Bennett. And it kicks off Kermer. Kermer right back out. We'll see what Emporia can come up with. We talked about the efficiency offensively being elevated in the fourth quarter for the Spartans. Now Kermer top the key 3. Still could not get one to go. Second chance for the Spartans in the Peak. She scores her first score of the game, and it's a big one to tie us right back up at 36. Wilson brings it out quickly for the Panthers, and Emporia wanted to walk. Doesn't get it. Dimmel, open 3. Rolls in, and another Derby 3. I mean, this is just tough luck for the Spartans. You catch a Derby team that shoots 24%, and they have come out and shot lights out, especially in the second half from the three-point line. I don't even know if I can recall a missed three-pointer for this Derby team in the second half. 39-36, over the top into Peak. She scores again, a good find from Emile Bennett to get it back down to 1. Emporia bringing pressure again. This is what gave Derby trouble in the third quarter. Derby gets past it this time. Rickards fakes it, and they get a foul, I believe, on Tegan Baker. So they're going to call that one on the no, with the shot. And now Coach Dorsey's going to call a timeout. Maybe ice Callie Rickards a little bit, who will go to the free throw line. We'll take the timeout with him. And when we come back, Spartan basketball on E-Town Sports Network. Back from the timeout to bring you the last 4 minutes and 47 seconds of regulation play. It'll be Callie Rickards going to the free throw line for the Derby Panthers. 5'3" junior with some big free throws for Derby. They lead it by 1. Derby still has not surrendered to the lead all game. It's been tied as Rickards makes the first, but Emporia has not had a lead the entire game. 40-38, Panthers lead it. Second one, no good, off the back iron. And Emporia gets the rebound. It was a big fight for it. Baker, deep pass, DeWitt hit her, and she got tripped, but no foul. Demo trying to get it going the other way. DeWitt pokes it free. Emporia basketball. How about the hustle from the Spartans? Inside Peak, kicks out, and they get an offensive foul on Ryan Peak. Not sure how she can commit an offensive foul standing still and passing the ball. But that's the call we get. Kermer will come out of the game for Emil Bennett. Addison Gutierrez in as well. Back to Derby basketball. Rickards in some trouble. Couldn't get it off. The trap got to her. Right back to Emporia. And now Baker loses to Askew going the other way. Good. 42-38, 4-point Derby lead. Still have yet to see any Derby pressure in the second half. 4 minutes to play. Bennett slows it down for the Spartans. Without Addie Kermer, the leading scorer, both on the season and the night. And now a foul, and the shot from Ryan Peak. She had not scored until the fourth quarter. Now she has 6 plus a chance for 7 with the free throw. Talk about some big baskets for Ryan Peak. Huge free throws from Peak to try and cut the lead down to 1. Sorry, huge free throw. She's 61% on the year. And no good. And rebound is saved. Now fast break for Derby. Rickards brings it now, kicks out Wilson. That's a 2, but she doesn't matter. She traveled. And Emporia will get it back with 3:40 to play. Holy intensity. Oh my goodness. Talk about a game we've had here. Bennett gets it off Shively. Now Kermer. You gotta think Emporia is gonna hit a big 3 at some point. The Spartans have only made 1. And speak of the devil, right on cue, Lexi DeWitt hits a 3 to give the Spartans their first lead of the game. Just right on cue there. Emporia steals it. Going the other way is Shively. Back to DeWitt in the corner. And the Spartans slow it down with the lead for the first time in this ball game with 3 minutes to go. On the wing is Kermer. Now it's Bennett. Drive around, Askew on defense. Bennett drives through, kicks out, Shively, corner, Peak, pump fakes, drives in, kicks out, Bennett. Brings it right back up, 2:30 to play. Bennett in some trouble, gets it off to DeWitt. DeWitt drives out, kicks out, Kermer. Bennett up top. Now drives, kicks out. Emporia continues on. We've had a fast-paced game. Now Emporia slowing it down, controlling the speed at home here in the second round of the Glacier's Edge. Winner plays Blue Valley tomorrow for the championship. Now the pass from Bennett stolen going the other way for Derby. Askew on the wing. Gets off Rickards. Gets a screen from Wilson. And Rickards up top over Demmel. And Demmel tried to get inside. Wilson, Peak, and Bennett were both there. It's out of bounds, stays with Derby. Wilson a little banged up. Destiny Smith comes back in for Derby with 1:46 to play. Holy, this one gets the heart rate going. And Demmel looking for somewhere to inbound. And they get a foul. Oh, and they call it on Alexa Shiley. She's done for the night. Oh, and that is a big blow for the Spartans. Both offensively and defensively, the foul's called down low on Alexa Shively for Emporia. The Emporia bench trying to plead their case. But Shively will be done for the night. Gets an ovation from the crowd, as she deserves. She put up 6 big Spartan points, tied for Ryan Peak with the second most, and a ton of offensive boards and steals that have kept the Spartans right in this one, despite being down 11 at half. And now inbound Tipped out of bounds by Baker. Goes right back to Demo, and she'll try to inbound it again with 1:46 to play. And she gets it into Smith. Almost stolen by Peak. Now Smith goes over the top. Askew on Kermer. No good. Put back, no good. Askew gets it up again. That time it goes. Derby with the 1-point lead, 44-43. 90 seconds in regulation. Peak high post. And now Peak lost it, but she's fouled inside. Derby's livid. Emporia loves it. Peak will go to line for huge Emporia free throws. Either tie it or take the lead. Gutierrez comes in for Baker. Never mind, they had them lined up for free throws. Now we're going to go from the baseline. Lansing with sub in for Demmel. Or sorry, for Rickards. Demmel originally was the one who looked to run out. Minute 23 to go. Bennett looking, gets it in. Gutierrez off to Kermer. Kermer stolen, and fight for the ball. Jump ball. But the possession arrow goes to Derby on the big jump ball. Derby will have it back with 1:17. See what the Lady Panthers can do on the Emporia press. And Derby calls a timeout. A full one. We'll take it with them. We'll bring you the last 77 seconds of action in regulation when we come back on E-Town Sports Network. Back from the timeout. It'll be Derby basketball with some full court pressure from the Lady Spartans. Minute 17 to go. And Derby with the football play being drawn up here. They haven't had much answers. Now an audible. And yeah, Derby can't do that. Emporia didn't make a shot. Derby can't do that. Yeah, it was not a made shot by Emporia, so Derby can't do that. The refs luckily called that out. Not sure what Brian Chadwick's trying to argue that they can do that, but it's not a made shot. Derby should not be able to get, and now they're going to say, yeah, Derby should not be able to have people on the baseline. They clear that up, and now Peak stole it, and she's fouled. Peak put her body on the line to get that one for Emporia. She'll go to the free throw. No. And now, oh no, an injury. Both Peak and Wilson a physical play. Wilson looked like she got the most of it. She's down right now. Her and Peak both came up a little banged up. It's been a physical basketball game with 1:16 to play. And both teams are going to take a quick timeout with Wilson being down. I think we'll take a quick one ourselves while they look at Wilson. Or maybe we won't. Wilson sitting up a little bit. But again, a physical game. And we've seen a couple of players just come up from plays banged up as Wilson's able to get to her feet. So Wilson will come off. And now Ryan Peak will have 2 enormous free throws with 1:16 to go. 1 could tie, 2 could give him the lead. Peak has 6. All 6, by the way, in this fourth quarter. He's been on a roll in the fourth. Oh, no. And now it will be no free throws for Emporia. The ref saying, I guess. Wow, no free throws. Emporia in the bonus. I mean, I'm guessing it's about something with Peak just not having the ball when she was fouled, but Gutierrez now checks in for Baker. And to say Emporia is irate is an understatement, both from the bench side, the crowd side, everywhere side of things. As Bennett now having trouble getting in, and she has to call a timeout. So that call to overturn the free throws and go with the baseline inbounds play is huge. Spartans have to waste a timeout. We'll take it with them. And we'll be right back on E-Town Sports Network. Back for the Emporium, about out of timeout. Bennett still having trouble, gets it in. Kermer drives, floater for the lead, no good. Askew rebounds for Derby. 1 point lead for the Panthers. Going the other way, and Askew double dribbled. Back to Emporia basketball. Oh my goodness. I mean, we're gonna need a heart rate monitor for everyone in Spartan Gymnasium right now. What a game! And whoever plays tomorrow has a quick backdoor pass to Addie Kermer. It goes. Kermer has 24. Emporia has the lead. Baseball pass gets into Carpenter. It's good for Derby. A track meet here at Emporia. Whoever plays in that championship tomorrow versus Blue Valley is going to have to get some rest, because this one is one that takes a lot of energy. Kermer, 3, no good. Bennett rebounds, gets it back up. She's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for huge free throws with 21 seconds to play. Oh my goodness. No pressure for Emil Bennett here. 75% free throw shooter with 21 seconds to go. Spartans down 1. Bennett to tie. It's nothing but net. The Spartans tie it. Bennett gets on the board for the night. Again, until this fourth quarter, the Spartan starters, besides Kermer and Shively, had not put up any points. Now they have, and it's been huge for the Spartans. Now to take a lead from Bennett. With 21 seconds to play, Derby side trying to make noise. And it's no good. Offensive rebound, Spartans. Inside, Peak, try to kick it out. Baker deflected out of bounds. Lansing. Emporia will keep it with 16:6 to play. Oh my goodness. Herfkins and Gutierrez in for the Spartans. Peak and Baker come out. 16.6 seconds to go in the basketball game. Bennett looking, gets it in. Kermer Kermer drives, kicks out. Gutierrez back up Bennett. 10 seconds to go. Emporia might get the last possession. Now out Kermer. Kermer in trouble, kicks over Bennett. 3 for the lead. No good. And we have extra basketball on the way in Spartan Gymnasium. 46-46 at the end of regulation. Oh my goodness. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, overtime coverage, extra basketball on E-Town Sports Network. Well, we have 4 minutes of extra basketball ready to go your way from Spartan Gymnasium. And what has been a crazy ball game. Derby led it 29-18 at halftime. We are now tied at 46, getting ready to start overtime. Spartans led by Addie Kermer with 24 points. His points have been pretty spread out, but after that, contributions from all around for the Spartans. Askew and Peak will go up for a tip-off again, and Askew wins it. Baker swipes it right away. Emporia is going to get it out. Now Kermer puts it up. Good! Emporia leads it 48-46 in overtime. Addie Kermer has 26. We might run out of room on the stat sheet to keep track of this one. As Askew behind the back dribble, goes around, gets it off. Destiny Smith. Inside, Jaden Wilson. She's back in after being banged up earlier. Wilson driving on Peak, hands off. Askew, one in the corner 3. Now she does take it, it's blocked. Wilson gets it back. Askew over Smith, swung Lansing in the corner, drives in, no good, but she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line to try and knock things up. Emporia with the lead. 48-46 in overtime. First free throw rolls in. Oh my goodness, how did that go in? I mean, crawled over the front of the rim and just found a way in. Derby been very good from the free throw line tonight. Lansing looking to keep that going to tie this game up at 48. Second one rolls out. Somehow that one went out. Don't know how that one didn't go in. Now a foul down low. They fouled Peak, who's grabbing the rebound. We'll see that both Wilson and Askew are on her. They say it's on Wilson. And Peak will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws that could extend the Emporia lead to 2 or 3. Oh my goodness, what a game we have so far. First one on the way. And in and out from Peak. Now the second from Peak. She has 6 on the night. Second one good. Emporia lead is up to 2. 49-47. We get a few subs. It's Tegan Baker coming in for Addison Gutierrez. Wilson, and got it stolen. And Wilson got it back now. A fight for the ball. It's a jump ball. But the possession goes with Derby. Again, every time the Spartans get a jump ball, it just happens to be with Derby. Just due to the Spartans getting the ball at the start of the quarters a lot. That's just killer for the Spartans. They can't seem to get a momentum-changing jump ball turnover or anything. But still, they're able to have to try and get it past the Spartan press. It's troubled them the entire second half. Wilson, across, and out of bounds. That's off Destiny Smith. It is. Addie Kermer, a ball hawk, came in there and knocked that one out of the hands. Doing her best Legarius Sneed impression there. Just coming in and swatting that one out of there. With 3:02 to play in overtime. And Bennett calls a timeout quickly on the inbound, not wanting to risk giving it back to Derby with a 2-point lead. It's a full one. We'll take it with them in overtime. You're watching Spartan basketball. We return from the timeout. We Spartan basketball. They lead at 49-47. They had not led it until Alexi DeWitt 3 from the corner in the fourth quarter. And the Spartans haven't shot well from the three all night, something they usually do. Derby has shot really well from the three-point line, which is also something they don't usually do. But despite that, Emporia leads it by 2 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in overtime, and Ryan Peaks fouled. She'll go to the line to possibly extend this to a 2-possession lead for Emporia. The biggest lead Emporia has had is 2. She has a chance to make it 3, maybe 4. 2:51 to play in the first overtime. Derby trying to make their own noise. Peaks first rolls in. 50-47. Spartans lead it. Ryan Peak has 8. Second in points on the night for the Spartans. Second one. In and out. Askew rebounds. Derby down by 3. Askew drives. Takes it in. Pump fakes. Puts it up. And good. Derby back within 1. 50-49. 2:37 to go. Bennett inbounds. Pretty deep pass to DeWitt. Good wolf calls from the Emporia crowd to save DeWitt from a steal behind her. 2:26 to go. Bennett got to do something with it. And now drives. Puts it up. Oh, almost a great finish. And it's touched out of bounds by Derby. It stays with the Spartans. Derby couldn't quite haul in the rebound. Spartans get it right back. Up 50-49. Now, Gutierrez gets it in off the inbound over to Kermer. Kermer holds it, making Lansing come up on her. Now Emporia moves it a little bit over to DeWitt. Back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez on Askew, gets it off Kermer again. Battle between the crowds right now on the Emporia possession with 1:50 to go in overtime. Emporia continuing to move it with the lead by 1. Derby frantically trying to make something happen now. Beautiful backdoor find from Emile Bennett. Shot from Lexi DeWitt goes. What a find from Emile Bennett. She's had some big assists. Lexi DeWitt with 5. Lexi DeWitt with 5 points. Now a steal on the press from the Spartans. Into Peak. 3-point line. Now Kermer. Things settle down. And now we've got a foul. Bennett will go to the free throw line. Emporia up 3. She has a chance to make it 4 or 5. Talk about a hard-fought game from both sides, but especially the Spartans down 11 at half. They lead it by 3 in overtime, with Bennett going to the line for huge free throws. Bennett's first is good. Lead at 4, the biggest Emporia lead all night. Second one on the way. No good. 4-point lead. Askew pushes down frantically. Takes a deep desperation heave for 3. Doesn't go. Didn't need to take that 3 with this much time left. Now Emporia gets it to Witt. Back across Bennett. Bennett slows it down. Dribbles around a little bit, trying to avoid fouls. Derby playing the foul game a little early, but there they get the foul. Bennett will go right back to the free throw line with 61 seconds to play in the basketball game, at least for this overtime. Bennett in and out on the first one. She has 2 on the night. She's a 75% free throw shooter. Second one on the way to make it a 5-point lead. Good. She has 3 on the night. And 54-49, 5-point Spartan lead. No one would have thought of it come halftime. But here we are. Inbound for Derby. Less than a minute to go in overtime. Peak almost stole it. Wilson in trouble. Kermer gets it. She's fouled. She'll go to the line with 26 points. And Emporia can taste it now. One of the hardest fought victories I've ever seen in a basketball game. If Emporia can hold on for the last 53 seconds. 2 crucial free throws for Addie Kermer. First one is good for Addie Kermer. 74% on the year, 27 points. Now to make it 28 points and a 7-point Spartan lead. What an overtime period for the Spartans. And it's good. 28. Emporia has won this overtime so far, 10-3. And Lexi DeWitt gave Destiny Smith some trouble. 40 seconds left. Askew dribbling around, trying to find offense for Derby. She lost it. And we get a foul down low on Ryan Peak. They blew the whistle really late with 35.6 to go in OT. On Tegan Baker. Originally they signaled number 2. Big free throws for Jaden Wilson. Her first one's good. Once again, Derby been really good from the free throw line. 56-50. Sorry about the scoreboard error. And now second one on the way. Nothing but net for Jaden Wilson. We get a Derby timeout at 56-51. 35 seconds to play. We'll take it with them. It's a full one. You're watching overtime basketball on E-Town Sports Network. We return from the Derby timeout, a 56-51 ball game Spartans lead it. They'll have to get it past the Derby press, which we hadn't seen for almost the entire second half. We saw it for a lot of the first half from Derby. And maybe that's what allowed Emporia to get back in the game, was Derby backing off on the pressure. Baseball pass from Maddie Kermer. And Lexi DeWitt puts it up and good. Count the basket. Lexi DeWitt with the big one. 58-51. DeWitt can make it 59-51 and an 8-point lead with 32:9 to go. Electrifying game here in Spartan Gymnasium. Free throw is good. 59-51. DeWitt has 8, and she has had some big buckets. That and one there, and the corner three that gave Emporia their first lead of the game in the fourth quarter. And now inside Wilson. Inside. And Wilson scores it. Calls a timeout. Timeout from Derby. 59-53. 23.3 to go. We'll take the timeout with them on E-Town Sports Network. Emporia trying to finish off a game where they were down 11 at halftime. Didn't hold a lead until the fourth quarter. And now the tables have turned, and it's a 6-point Spartan lead with 20 seconds left in the game. And now a foul on Lansing. And Kermer will go to the free throw line to try and get to 30 points on the night. She has 28. But if both of these are good, she'll have 30. Talk about a game. And by the way, the stat sheet we have only goes up to 30. So we'll have to figure out what to do if she scores any more. First one, good. Make it 60-53. Second one now, soon to come. Second one rolls in. Addie Kermer has 30. Count them, 30 points of the Spartans, 61. 20.8 to go, 8-point Emporia lead. Emporia student section giving Derby a farewell as Kermer steals it with 10 left in the game. Deep pass from Bennett stolen. And now going back in the other way from Rickards. No good. Peak rebounds. And the buzzer will sound. It's an 8-point overtime win for Emporia High. And talk about an electrifying game. It one that went into overtime and gave us extra basketball at Spartan Gymnasium. The Lady Spartans are hyped. Everyone's hyped. The Spartans down by 11 at halftime. Derby had all the momentum, brought it to the Spartans defensively. But now look what we have here, an 8-point Spartan victory. They didn't hold the lead until the fourth quarter from the Lexi DeWitt corner three. But now the victory graphic plays on the Jumbotron here at Emporia High School. And that meaning Emporia will play at 2 o'clock tomorrow night, at least scheduled. Game will probably run late. And they will play in the championship against a solid Blue Valley team that beat Highland Park tonight by double digits. But talk about a hard-fought win. I mean, that took everything. That took grit, determination, character, just anything you could name. If you're Coach Dorsey, you have to be incredibly proud of your Emporia team on that one. I mean, once again, Derby brought it to this Emporia team with the press and everything. And then Emporia came out with a press of their own and quickly just shut down anything Derby had in the fourth quarter. Derby had only scored 5 points in the third quarter until really late. And overall, a huge Spartan victory. A reminder, too, that tomorrow after the Glacier's Edge finishes, we'll have Emporia High boys action. I know it wasn't on the graphic on the advertisement, but the Emporia boys will play a good Manhattan team as well for what should be a huge game at home and another good crowd like we had tonight. Talk about an electrifying game. Addie Kermer led the way with 30 points. Ryan Peak and Lexi DeWitt had 8. 6 from Shively, 3 from Baker, 3 from Bennett, 2 from Gutierrez, and 1 from Kyla Herfkins. And another thing to mention too, and one that makes us maybe feel even a little better for Emporia, is Derby came in, or as Emporia came in as the better shooting 3-point team, and yet struggled to make a lot. They had the Tegan Baker 3 and Lexi DeWitt 3, and other than that, there was just nothing could fall for the Spartans. And Derby, it seemed like everything was falling. A team that only shot 24% coming into the game. Yet Emporia still came out with the win, and that shows what a good team is there that can come out and win the games where you maybe can't get the shots to fall like you normally do against a great Derby team as well, and you win it by 8 in overtime after being down 11. But now the Spartans will take on Blue Valley tomorrow in the championship of the Glacier's Edge. Signing off from Spartan Gymnasium, I'm Javen Hart. Have a good night.